Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing Elixir de Merveilles from Hermes. I'm really excited to bring this one for you because I love amber fragrances and I've just started acquiring fragrances for fall, and so I wanted to start pre-reviewing them for you guys. That way if you were like me and you start buying next season's fragrances in the middle of the other season, you can get a head start like me. So yeah, I'm going to talk to you guys about its projection, its performance, how much I like it, and things like that. So yeah, if you guys would like to know what I think of this, then keep watching. A huge thank you to MaxAroma for supplying this bottle for review. It was very generous of them. They did not have to do that. I had been meaning to purchase this bottle for a while, and when they reached out, it just was like perfect timing. Oh my gosh, I was literally getting ready to buy this bottle within the next week or two. And yeah, so I was like, this will be great. I can definitely review this because I was planning on doing it anyway. And so it worked out. As we get closer to fall, as we get into August and September, I'm going to be doing a lot more reviews on fall fragrances. So you're going to see a lot of heavier fragrances, fall fragrances that are good in humid climates and things like that. So if you guys have any specific requests, like do you want affordable, niche, luxury, do you want me to get into specific climates, nighttime, whatever, let me know below. I'd be more than happy to start researching fragrances, testing a fragrance to see what will work. If you guys have any specific requests, or maybe there's a specific fragrance you'd like me to review, I can see if I have it in my collection or if I can get my hands on a sample. So definitely below, let me know. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about this fragrance. Now this fragrance is a beauty, and I do love the entire line of Hermes fragrances. Let's just throw that out there. There's things about Hermes fragrances that don't wow me, but I do enjoy them. And then there are some fragrances that just completely blow me away. The Eau de Pamplemousse Rose or Rosé, the Jour de Hermes Absolu. I love the Hermescence line. You guys know I reviewed Rose Equipana. And this is another one of the fragrances that just has blown me away every single time I've worn it. Now, I've had excessive samples of this, which is why I never really got around to buying it, because I had so many samples of it, and I think at one point, like a year ago, I had a small decant of it as well. But I had been out of my samples, and I was like, it's time to start buying fragrances for fall. And this is definitely a beautiful fall-winter scent. It's been around for a while. It's been around for about 11 years. It was released in 2016, and it's marketed as a feminine fragrance, but I do find this to be unisex. The notes in this are caramel, oak, incense, orange peel. You have vanilla. You also have kind of like a sugar cube. I wouldn't say sugar, it's more like sugar cube. Amber, sandalwood, tonka bean, patchouli, resin, balsam, and cedarwood. Now, the three notes that I really get in this fragrance when I wear it is I get the orange peel, I get the amber, and I get the vanilla. And then underneath everything is this beautiful just mix of patchouli and just woodsy notes. Now, I prefer the dry down of this way more than the opening of this. The opening of this, for some reason, on my skin is pure licorice. I really don't like that. And when I first sampled this a few years ago, I was turned off because of that. But that's before I kind of really truly understood how fragrances developed on your skin. I'd worked in the industry before, oh my gosh, like almost 20 years ago, so it really doesn't matter. But the thing is like when I started collecting fragrances again, because I would pick up a bottle or two or three or four here and there, and then like I would say probably like 6 or 7 years ago is when I started to really collect again, like look for pieces for my collection, like filling holes that I thought were there. I was looking for kind of like a beautiful ambery, woodsy fragrance that wasn't your run-of-the-mill amber. And I'd sampled this, and it opened to licorice, and then I hate licorice and I scrubbed it off, and then I tried it again a few weeks later and I let it like dry down, and that's where the beauty of this fragrance really comes in. The beauty of this fragrance is in the dry down, because that's when the woodsy notes come out. Originally, when this opens on your skin, not everyone's gonna get licorice. I just picked it up immediately. It smells like your run-of-the-mill amber fragrance with like a little bit of patchouli, some type of spice in there, and just vanilla. It smells boring, but as it kind of sits on your skin and dries down, you get this, the orange comes out, which I think is a game changer, and it almost turns into like a molten sugar type of fragrance. It gets really deep and sticky and super resinous, and that's where the beauty of this fragrance really comes in. That's where this fragrance shines. It's when everything comes together and it's just kind of like this witch's brew of the most delicious molten sugar you could think of, like almost candy apple without the apple. It's just sweet and slightly burnt, and just smoky in some instances. It's just a really beautiful fragrance. One of those people that likes sugary fragrances, if you're one of those people that likes amber fragrances, vanilla fragrances, this is a great one to get, because when you think of vanilla and sugar and amber fragrances, you think things that are terribly sweet. But the fact that this is more kind of molten sugar and not like a cotton candy sweetness, I think really takes this super like teeth hurting sweetness away from this and actually makes this a really beautiful fragrance that is appropriate for anyone, anywhere, anytime. And that's something that else that I really like about this fragrance, is although it is a kind of like incensey, woody, burnt sugar, vanilla, amber fragrance, it is very different than other amber vanilla fragrances, and I love finding those fragrances because amber and vanilla are such predominant strong notes in fragrances. If they're just put in a fragrance to make it sweet and creamy, they're all gonna sell the same, or they all smell the same. But it's always nice to see those fragrances used very smartly in fragrances where you get that creaminess and that sweetness and that candy sugar vibe, but it's subdued and it's blended well with the other notes in that fragrance to really have them play off with each other and kind of tone down those notes that can kind of run wild on their own if they're not tamed. So overall, this is a beautiful fragrance. It's what I'm wearing today. I've been wearing it for like 5 hours now, and it's at that point where the caramel kind of cools down. It's still creamy, it's still sweet, but it's way more, you get more cedarwood at this point, more sandalwood and tonka, and the orange is still there, and it's such a brilliant note in this fragrance, but you still get that sweetness and that sticky resinous amber that stays the entire time. So this is a beautiful fragrance that I love. I will also say with this fragrance, this has excellent longevity and excellent projection. I get at least 8 hours of wear, probably closer to 10 to 12 hours. And this is not a fragrance I can overspray. You guys know I am a savage oversprayer. I love to overspray. I can't overspray this one. At tops, I can put 6 spritzes on. I generally put 4. But even at 4 spritzes, it lasts about 10 hours in the humid tropical climate that I live in. So that's saying something. Great performance, and it does have beautiful projection. It has a beautiful trail behind you. People come up to you, they'll compliment you on this fragrance if that's something that you're looking for. I do get compliments when I wear this. I just generally enjoy it because it is something that other people will get to experience if they sit close to you. Now, saying that, a lot of times if you're thinking about patchouli and incense, amber and vanilla, you might not think this would be a work appropriate or professional appropriate fragrance, but I actually tend to disagree with this one. A lot of times with patchouli or really sweet or woodsy fragrances, I would say wear with caution, but actually the scent cloud of this, like that sticky resinous amber that you smell, is like when you're like literally like almost face to face with someone, or you smell it on yourself. The scent cloud is actually a lot more pleasant, and that's where you get more of the orange, and that kind of cuts through the really heaviness that this fragrance can have. And if you're sitting about arm's length from someone, they're going to get a really beautiful sweetness from you that's not going to be too oppressive. So I would say this is a fragrance you could wear to work or school or the theater. I really enjoy this fragrance. I had been meaning to pick it up. I had been sampling it forever. So it was about time I reviewed it anyway, and I'm really glad to have the bottle to my collection. So thank you again so much, MaxAroma. As you guys know, I will always be transparent with you if a company sends me anything to review. They know any company I've worked for, pretty much one of the first things I tell anybody when they reach out is if you're okay with an honest review, which means if I don't like it, I will rip it apart, then we can work together. And MaxAroma has always been super duper awesome at saying, yes, absolutely, be honest. If you don't like it, let everyone know, that's fine. So I am always happy to work with them. They are fantastic, and again, thank you so much for the generosity of them for sending me this bottle. If If you guys have any questions on any of these, on this fragrance, if you have any experience with this fragrance, good or bad, maybe you think I'm wrong, maybe you think I missed something, feel free below to let me know. I'm always okay with having communication and having this be an interaction, which also means if I'm wrong or you think I'm wrong, that's part of the interaction. Feel free to let me know. As always, guys, if you like these videos and fragrance videos, give this video a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue doing videos like this. And also don't forget to subscribe because it's free and I'm free. And I put out new videos every Monday through Friday and sometimes on the weekends as well. So I'll always have something for you to watch. In any case, I hope you guys are all happy and healthy and have a great day, month, year, whatever. And I'll see you next time. Bye.